What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Cortex Ration review, and today I have a very fun ration here, a little small one, but still very fun little ration here. We have the Food Packet Long Range Patrol Chili Con Carne Menu Number 2 by Cadillac Products Incorporated, Sterling Heights, Michigan. Um, Basically, the LRP has been a ration since, I believe it went in the field in 1966, and it's still going on today. It's changed a lot since the early ones in Vietnam up to these ones are about similar to what those ones were like. A little bit later on in the 80s and 90s, they started doing them basically kind of like how, if you've seen a MCW now, that's exactly how an LRP really is now. It has all kinds of sorts of items in it, but these ones, they're a little more bare bone. They have a very large calorie menu in here, and then you'll have kind of like your candy in it. You'll have your coffee. Sometimes they come with cocoa beverage. I don't know if this one does. I don't even know what's in this one, aside from obviously the chili con carne. Um, you have extra toilet paper. You have kind of like, it's almost like a 24-hour ration. I know that basically classify this as kind of like a low calorie, condensed down 24-hour ration. You kind of survive on this throughout the day. It's not much to it, but you know, it gets the job done. They like the quality of these better. It's better than what the MCIs were. A lot of soldiers said that, at least. You know, they would try to, every time they'd see them come in on the bases, they'd try to get a hold of these when they would pop up instead of the MCIs, because they got tired of MCIs pretty quickly. Um, my guess on the year on this is between 1979 and 83, I would guess, at Cadillac Products Incorporated. Actually, they're the same ones I did previously with the MRE. This is another 1982 from the same company. The bag's actually a little bit different. This one's more, you can hear it's a little different. This one, it's a little bit different. This is more plasticky. This is more like an actual bag. It's more lightweight. The reason they made these was, you know, have more lightweight MREs on you because you want to carry more ammunition and water, anything you really need on you. If you're going on a real long patrol or something like that, you don't want to carry all these MCIs with you at the time, or later on MREs. You want to carry this. It's lightweight. It's easier to carry. But really, the only thing you do now, bust it open and see what's on in there. Alright, I am back to cut this guy open. I'm going to cut it from the back so I can get this nice and display ready. I actually didn't get my mess tray. I actually got my mess kit right here instead. It's, you know, I don't need all that for what's basically 2 items in here. I'm not going to drink the coffee because I'm not a coffee guy. Just going to cut it back here. Get this guy out. It's right off the bat. If I get it out. There we go. Oh, let's see, there's the, oh, it's actually attached by this tape that's actually not staying very taped anymore, so that's done. That's donezo. Let's see here. Alright, so here's your accessory packet. Accessory packet menu number 2. So we have in here, if you can see that, we have, let me get that good here. You're not going to be able to see that. I'm trying. I'm really trying here. Coconut candy bar, matches, coffee, cream, sugar, interdental stimulator. So that's basically like a toothpick. It's a weird little toothpick. You break the wood and you pick in there. But you see, it's a little different from your normal accessory packet. It's kind of like how the early MRE ones are, where they have the candy in there already. So that'll be interesting. And right here will be your fun little guy here. Oh, there's that. There's the spoon hiding in there. Should be toilet paper in. Yep, there it is. Maybe they didn't do two toilet papers in, because I only got one, unless it's hiding in here. Nope. See, that's it. That's all it's in there. This guy's done. That's all that comes in here. And anyways, back to this. Here's the chili con carne, dehydrated cooked. Now, I've heard multiple little stories about how the beans in here do not hydrate. They basically are rocks. So that's not very appetizing, little thought there. And but you know what? You know, but after this, you didn't really have chili and beans until the MREs pulled them in. I don't remember when MREs got them, but it was the late 2000s. There wasn't really any chili and beans for a long time. So this is the only way to really get any kind of chili menu was this. So we're going to get this guy going. But first, let's get this accessory packet Wait, what did it say here? I'm sorry. Alright, so I need half a canteen cup of hot or cold water. I'm going to do about 10 ounces at first. I don't want to overdo it, make it a soup, so I'm going to do about 10 ounces, and then if I need to add more, I'll add more. Alright, let's get this accessory packet open. Alright, so let's see what here we got. Oh, geez, that's great. That's already looking good. Here's your matches. Regular old matches. Seen them before, you see them 100 times. Once it wants to focus. Focus, there you go. There's the matches. You've seen them once, you've seen them 1,000 times. Bean and Sons. Now here's what I'm like, oh boy, look at look at this guy. This guy has seen better days. This thing's staining up. This thing it's probably melted and reformed. So it looks like it. It looks like this thing's melted. This thing's gonna be rough. So that's not gonna be any good. So here you get 2 coffees. That's what I figured. You get 2 coffees, 2 instant type 1. I think every video I've had has had instant type 1. It's probably because I keep doing the same era, but every single one I've had is it's always been coffee instant type 1. I've actually never seen this before. This is a different kind of cream substitute. I've never seen it in a packet like this. It's still powder. Still powder. So that's a good sign. So that's pretty cool. I'll show you toilet paper. There's that toilet paper. And it's toilet paper. It's not the best. But, I mean, when you gotta go, and you're gonna need some toilet paper, unless you want to use leaves or something. And then you got your sugar. And it's about the same sugar I've been seeing in the early MRE, so that basically tells me what time frame this is. It's still coming in this, and they actually didn't change it. I don't know how long it came in the white packaging like this. I feel like it used to come in see-through until like the late 70s, so that confirms that too for that. So let's get this going right here, the chili con carne. I'm going to get that dehydrated, and I'll be right back. Actually, you know what? How about I open it first? What am I doing? Let's get it open first. Let's see, you can hear the hiss. I'm putting it near my microphone. It's got a good vacuum seal, so we'll see. No, actually, I had no vacuum seal sound, but you know what? It looks vacuum sealed. I mean, pretty solid, but that might just be the gravel rocks that are the beans in here, so I don't know. I guess you would probably want to see this dehydrate first before I actually go and play around with it. And I'm not going to be able to find you a date. There are no dates on this kind of thing. There's a little thing right here at the bottom, but that's not a date. It's just like a random code. I couldn't tell you what it is. And nothing else in here has anything that would even signify a date. They didn't date these things. I don't know why. It's annoying for us that need to figure out what date this is. How am I supposed to know? This here, I guess I should add this in. This is to help protect between any kind of pinholes or anything like that, which is pretty common with this kind of bag. It's kind of a cheaper bag than your normal MRE bag. Anyways, let's get this guy open and we'll take a look in here and see what it looks like. So there's that. It's basically sawdust right now. It's just a mess of sawdust. So let me go get some hot water going, and I'll be right back, and we'll get this thing hydrated. Alright, I am back in place with some water. I had cheated. I used the stove. I want to get this entree as hot as I can get it, because I want this to hydrate pretty good. And I'm also cheating. I'm using a chip clip, because it doesn't come with closures, and you know, I'd like to get this thing and not be gravel rocks like I've heard it be, but I've yet to hear anyone say it wasn't gravel rock, so I don't know. We'll see. Let's get this water in here. I did 10 ounces. Might be too little. Hopefully not too much. Let's see what this looks like first before I go and dripping everywhere. Of course. Gotta screw this up another time. Let's see here. See, I'll undo the whole thing. That smells good. That smell came out immediately. It just brought it to life. I get that chopped in here. And I noticed all these older ones turn into mush, so this will probably turn into mush by the time this thing's done, but you know what? As long as it tastes good, as long as I don't get sick from it, you know, I'd rather not have that. Let's get some more water in there. Let's get the rest of it in there. So I get this chopped up a little bit. All right. So there's that 10 ounces. This really smells really good. Like, I can't believe how good. I wasn't expecting a smell come out of this. I had a chicken stew LRP from right around the same time, and it did not smell like this. That smelled stale and just disgusting. This smells like, I'm trying to think of what this smells like. It kind of smells like beef stew a little bit. And it probably uses the same recipe as beef stew. They just change it up a little bit to, oh, sorry about that. Hitting the camera. I just want to get this nice and mess this up. But, you know, I gotta get this scooped around. I was trying not to make it turn into basically mush, but we really got no choice. And I think it's gonna be mush no matter what I do. So I get right in there. You gotta get this nice and good. You want to spin this all the way around. Get this nice and good. All right, man. I'm not kidding you. That smells fantastic. I don't know if I'm just hungry, but let's take a look at that before it's done. So come on, let's see this bag open. Hi, you're probably wondering why there's a sudden stop and go from this position. Well, the power went out for about 10 to 15 minutes. So halfway for me hydrating the food, the power just goes out. And I thought everything was going to be lost, but about 10, 15 minutes later, power came back. So I am here with the food. I actually had to rehydrate it a little bit. From what little you got to see it in there, it was hydrating pretty good, but I had to add more water. It's going to be a little more soupier than I was hoping, but, you know, use this chip clip, it's fine. So let's pour this guy out. It's going to be soupier. I apologize, but I mean it is what it is. I thought this whole thing was gonna be lost, so the fact that I'm able to do this and show you the same, I mean, I can't complain. So there's that. It doesn't look appetizing at all, but the smell that's coming out of it is really good. Let's get this moved around a little bit. Maybe it might get a little bit less soupy and get a little more. I mean, I guess chili's a little more soupier, I guess. But, I mean, this looks pretty good for looking the way it does. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it looks a little rough, but, I mean, it looks alright. I don't know. I'm conflicted. I mean, does chili really look that different from what this looks like? Except a little more meatier looking. This is a little more mushy. But it smells great, so, I mean, I can't complain about that. So, let's give this a try. Let's see, get some beans in there. That's the ones that everyone says taste like gravel. I have such a big spoon, I'm going to take a big hunk out of here. Alright, well, whatever. So there's that. Let's get this close up so you can see what that looks like. That doesn't look too hot. Ugh. That's fine, though. I mean, could be a lot worse. Man, it smells really good. Alright, I'm going to try this. That's really freaking good. I'm not even gonna lie. I think I mean, I haven't had many entrees on this channel yet, but that is like one of the best, like, chilies I've had in a ration. That is really good. That's really beefy. It has some really good seasoning to it. It has some really good seasoning. The beans that I was worried about being gravel, they're not gravel at all. I guess, I don't know, people just, you gotta really hydrate this thing, probably get the beans not be hard as a rock. Or maybe these later chilies didn't have that problem. All the stories about it being gravel, that's probably Vietnam era. This is more going into the 80s. They probably changed the formula. They got freeze drying, figured out a little bit better than they did in the 60s. It is a lot of food though. I don't know I didn't see what the calorie count was on the paper, but I don't think it had any actually. It didn't have any. It's probably good 1,200. Go by this, your coffee. Go by your coconut bar here, which I've already opened. I'm just going to show you now. It smells terrible. It's not supposed to look like how you're about to see it. It is not supposed to look like that. It's it melted, reformed. It's yellow to coconut. It's not supposed to be yellow. That's supposed to be white. Obviously. It smells terrible. I'm not doing that. It's the complete opposite of this chili. That has the worst coconut bar I've ever smelled. But this is really good. It doesn't taste, you know, I first tried it off camera when the power went out. I thought I was going to be able to put this on here, so I did look a little bit of it. I'm just going to be wide open on that. But it tastes different than when I re-added water. When I re-added water, made this hotter. This is way better. There's no stale taste to it at all. It tastes fresh. I guess the vacuum seal was perfect because I mean, I didn't hear a hiss, but I've seen other LRPs that have not had a hiss, so I don't know how much that signifies how good these things can be. I don't know if this will make you sick. I can't guarantee this would be good for you to eat now, but I don't notice any weird tastes. I don't have any I mean, they didn't really put that many preservatives in these kind of items. So I'm just guessing, you know, just that vacuum seal, stay good. I mean, there's not much to say about it. I mean, it's really good. It'd go really good with some crackers. I might actually eat some of this. I'm not even gonna lie. I might eat some of this. I probably shouldn't, but it's really good. I'm gonna try another bite of this. Get a little bite here. Yeah, I gotta try another bite. Oh, just made a mess. That is really good. Like, I've heard about LRPs being really gristly. I'm not noticing that. This is all, I have good beef. Really good stuff. Man. If you get an LRP, I recommend a chili. I don't recommend you eating old food. I mean, that's up to you. But I don't recommend it because it's dangerous. But I would definitely recommend this one if you're going to go all out and go for an old LRP. I never had the chicken stew be good, so I can't comment on that, but I always hear how good the chicken stew is. But I've had chicken stew before in these older LRPs, and it was bad. It was not good anymore. It was definitely off. But recommend this. Appreciate you guys checking this out. I apologize about that sun cut. This is a little messed up part. I wasn't expecting this to actually happen. I thought this was a complete loss, but I'm really happy I was able to make this work. It's unfortunate about this coconut thing here. This will kill me if I eat it, so I'm not doing that. But this is still good, and that makes me happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Subscribe, like the video if you want to see more. Have a nice day. Thank you for checking me out.